So I just want to remind everyone to stay on mute. If you notice in the presentation, there is a microphone with a slash through it. That's just a reminder that we need to stay on mute so that everyone can hear the important details of the presentation. If you have any questions, please type it in the chat box so that we have minimal interruptions. Miss Arambula is going to help me and she is going to read the questions that you might have in the chat box when I ask her to. So that's a great thing to do, is just use the chat box. Please do not come off mute to interrupt or say hello when the presentation is going. And just a reminder, if you just got here, to please enter your scholar's name, teacher's name, and phone number in the chat. Okay, Miss Herrera, can we go to the next slide? So this is a picture of the kindergarten teachers from last year. I included this picture in our presentation just to show you how close we are and how much fun we have throughout the school year. So we are a team and we work together to provide the best experience for your scholars. This year, it's probably going to be our Bitmojis hanging out, but that's how we looked last year. So next slide, please. Just a reminder to stay on mute. You guys are doing awesome at that. So my name is Araceli Celaya. This is my third year with IDEA. I have my bachelor's in English and American Literature, and I am certified in EC through 6, meaning I have my teaching certification. I am currently getting my master's in education. My favorite core value is sweating the small stuff. Now, this is my third year at IDEA, but since I was 18, I have worked in an elementary school and high school. I've only worked at school, so this is all I've done my whole life up to this point, and I love it. So my goal this year is to have all the students on the first grade reading program before the end of the year. And I'm gonna introduce my co-teacher, April Favela.
Hi there, parents. It's so nice for you all to have joined us for this Meet the Teacher presentation. My name is April Favela. A little bit about me. I have been in education going on 7 years now. I've worked for different districts in El Paso. I have a bachelor's degree in education with a minor in psychology. So very excited to be a part of your child's learning. My core value is dedication because it's going to be my mission to make sure that I help your child reach their full potential.
Thank you, Ms. Favela. And just a reminder to stay on mute. And if you just joined us, please type in your scholar's name, teacher's name, and phone number in the chat box. This is one of our kindergarten teachers, Miss Ressa. It's her third year with IDEA. Next slide, please. Ms. Herrera, introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Bethany Herrera. This is my 7th year in teaching and my 2nd year with IDEA. I am a mom of 3 beautiful kiddos, and I have my bachelor's degree in elementary education. My favorite core value is team and family. I am all about team and family. It is very important to me to get to know not only my scholars, but their families as well, and I'm so excited to go on this journey with you guys. And now, my beautiful co-teacher, Miss Jenny Leivas.
Hi, everyone. My name's Miss Jenny Leivas. I'm sure some of you recognize me from last year, and I am now a kindergarten co-teacher. I'm super excited. I have an associate's in liberal arts, and I'm pursuing my bachelor's in education. My favorite core value is team and family. I'm super excited to get to know all of you, and I can't wait until Monday.
Ms. Celaya, do you want to introduce Ms. Bazan and Ms. Montes? We can't hear you.
I'm on mute again. Okay, I'm unmuted myself. Sorry, everyone. So this is Miss Bazan, and this is Mrs. Viramontes, and we can go to the next slide. Sorry about that. I didn't realize I was on mute.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mrs. Lara. I see lots of my scholars are here. Thank you so much for coming. I have a bachelor's degree in business administration. I obtained my teaching certification from Region 19. My favorite core value is whatever it takes. I have 3 very, very beautiful children. They are my biggest motivation, and they're what motivated me into coming into education. So I look forward to working with each and every one of you. Thank you. And I'll be presenting my very amazing co-teacher, Miss Priscilla Lopez.
Hello, everybody. I am Miss Lopez. I am so excited to be here. This is my first year at IDEA as a co-teacher. So I have an associate's degree in criminal justice, and I am currently working on my bachelor's in educational studies. My favorite IDEA core value is team and family. I am all about team and family. I also have 2 beautiful children that go to IDEA, and like Ms. Lara said, they're my established, like I said, team and family. And I'm super excited to meet all of you guys, and I can't wait till Monday. Bye.
Thank you, Miss Lopez. Before Miss Arambula introduces herself, I just want to remind everyone that if you just got here, please write your scholar's name and to remain on mute, please. Okay, Miss Arambula, you can unmute yourself and introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Bianca Arambula, but I go by Miss A because I know it's really hard to say. I obtained my degree from Texas Tech, RACA, in political science with a minor in sociology. I used to work for the city of Los Angeles. I moved back home and I did criminal justice kind of thing, and I decided I wanted to teach high school. So from there, high schoolers gave me a major headache. So I chose Kinder. This is my 2nd year with IDEA. My favorite core value is no excuses, because I believe that you should not have one excuse. My scholars will learn I do not believe in the word can't. And family and friends, this is a cow. Just so you guys know, the horns behind me. I am going to introduce my awesome Miss Angie.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. Like Ms. Arambula said, I am her co-teacher. I go by Miss Angie because, like her, I do have a very difficult last name, which is Arboleda. So we'll just stick to Miss Angie. I have a bachelor's in business management. I have every intention of getting my teaching certification, hopefully next spring. My favorite core value is sweating the small stuff. And I want to let you all know that I look forward to meeting everybody on Monday. Can't wait. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Angie. And this is Mrs. Alvarado and Miss Valadez. They're also part of our kindergarten team. This is our special education informational slide. So we do have inclusion, and our teachers for inclusion are Miss Otterfred and Miss Schutzler. Miss Schutzler oversees kindergarten, so she will be the person for inclusion for us. We do offer speech services, and our interventionalist at IDEA Edgemere is Miss Zambrano. She services the older students, so if you have scholars in 2nd grade, she probably will be the one that helps them reach their goals. We provide services for ELL students to transition them to English speakers, and we have a 504 point person, Lakeisha Belton. She helps with academic dyslexia, different things like that. If you want to take down her email, she's the point person for 504. So it's lakeisha.belton@ideapublicschools.org. And I just wanted to say, if you just joined the call, please add your scholar's name, your teacher's name, and your phone number in the chat, and remain on mute, just like you guys are doing a fantastic job of doing. Ms. Arambula, do we have any questions yet?
We actually don't have any questions at this time. We are good to go.
Thank you.
Miss Celaya, before you move on, Miss Rebecca Cobian has joined our beautiful presentation for Kinder, and she would just like to welcome everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Felton.
Hello, everyone, and I caught a mistake already on my presentation screen. It should be once, so I apologize for that. I should have reviewed that before I put that on there. I want to welcome all our existing Falcon families. Can you believe we're starting our 3rd year at Edgemere Academy? And welcome to all our new Falcons. I can tell you that your teachers have been working all summer long to get ready for a very rigorous and fun distance learning experience. I know you have lots of questions, and I can tell you that we have done the best we can to get this year started. It's not the way we wanted to start, but we're going to make the best of it, and you're going to see that you made the very best decision in joining IDEA. When we do go back in person, your children are going to be safe, and all we ask is that you be patient and flexible, because we're going to do everything we can to educate your children. Gracias a todos los padres de familia que nos acompañan hoy. Una bienvenida a todos los nuevos padres, nuevas familias que nos están acompañando hoy. Thank you very much, Ms. Araceli. I'm going to turn it back to you. Ms. Celaya is the lead teacher for Kinder, and you're in great hands. Have a great evening. I'm going to be hopping around to all the different sessions. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Gobian. Okay, so we're going to go over the guiding principles. So, rigorous and joyful instruction in and outside of the classroom to continue fulfilling our mission of college for all. Flexibility, we want to alleviate worry for parents and students, not exacerbate it. Adapting to meet the needs of our community is key. Lastly, strict adherence to proven safety protocols to ensure the health of our school community, students, staff, and parents. Principal Rebecca Gobian. And I just want to say, Ms. Gobian, the want was not your fault, it was mine. My T is broken on my computer.
Thank you. I owned it.
Okay, so this is the academic calendar for the school year. You can access this at the ideapublicschools.org website. I included the link if you want to take a picture for your later reference, but you can also easily Google search Idea Public Schools academic calendar, and once it takes you to the page, you click on El Paso, and it'll take you to this calendar. The first day of school is the 17th, next Monday, and the last day of school is all the way to June 16th. So once you access this calendar, you'll be able to see what all the colors mean and all the days off to plan for the year. And just a reminder that everyone, you're doing a fantastic job of staying on mute. It helps with minimizing the distractions. If you just got here, please write your scholar's name, teacher's name, and phone number in the chat. So
Ms.
this
Celaya?
is yes.
I apologize. We do have a question. It is, why is the school year longer?
It is because of the added breaks that we're going to have in the middle. I hope that answers the question. If not, you can further your question in the chat box. Virtual kindergarten schedule. 8:30 to 9 a.m. we have morning meeting and SEL. That's where we go over calendar facts, important vocabulary, where we get the brains pumping, the blood pumping, everything flowing ready for the day. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. we start reading and independent work. 11 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. we have read aloud and writing. 11:30 to 12 p.m. brain break and mood meter. 12 to 1 they have lunch, so an hour lunch. 1 to 2 we have Eureka Math. 2 to 2:30 we have PE. 2:30 to 3 we have Science. 3 to 3:30 we have iLearning. And 3:30 to 4 we have the conference time upon request. So we're going to dive deep into some of these subjects so that you know what to expect.
Ms. Celaya, I have a question.
Yes.
The question is, they gave them the wrong charger for the tablet. How can they switch it?
Could you please type in the chat box wrong charger with your contact, your phone number, and we will take that number down, and then we will be able to contact you with what to do.
Thank you.
This is our virtual Eureka Math. Eureka Math will be taught live to students, so it will not be a recorded video that they watch later. It will be live, but we do record the live session. A list of materials and objectives will be sent at the beginning of the week so that students are prepared for a fun interactive learning experience. Students will be using manipulatives and practicing fluency while learning new skills. So that is how Eureka Math will look. If you went and got the bundle, you should have the math book, but if you do not, you have the packet. We should be receiving the books soon. Virtual reading. It is taught in live small group for individualized attention. It addresses 5 essential components of reading: phonemic awareness, fluency, vocabulary, comprehension, and phonics. So this is the college houses that your students are placed in. So if you are unaware of your student's college house, your teacher will be reaching out to you with that information. So don't even worry about that. And with what lesson they're on and everything. So we are teaching reading live, and so that we can provide feedback automatically, it is important that they engage in the reading program because it helps build their skills and their fluency, and it helps them become the best readers for first grade.
Miss Celaya, I've got a question.
Thank you.
Do they need to pick up books if they are not picking up the tablet?
I would suggest picking up the books but we do not have the books right now, so you need to wait on that. We'll alert you when the books are ready. But I would suggest picking up the books so that you don't have to be printing out all of the worksheets. The worksheets are already there in the book.
Awesome. I have another question for you. Will they need uniform in virtual class?
We are going to go over that in a future slide right now. Okay, so this is that's it?
No. The class starts at 8:30?
Yes.
Are there additional books aside from the ones we have already picked up?
No.
Miss Arambula, and our Falcon family, if we can have everyone keep their hold their questions to the end of the presentation, a lot of the information Miss Celaya will cover throughout the presentation. And if we don't answer it, we'll be happy to answer it at the end. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Felton. So iLearning, Language and Literacy Program. It's engaging and fun and challenging. It's standards aligned. It's personalized for students and rigorous. So at the beginning, when your student starts their iLearning experience, they're going to take a benchmark. This benchmark happens in the beginning of the year, the middle of the year, and the end of the year. This benchmark is important that you do not help them. They use their own skills, their own brain, because that's what they need to be able to be placed exactly where they're learning. Because if you help them and they score higher than where they're actually at, it's gonna not help them at all, because in the end it's not accurate. They're not going to see growth. So you need to have them complete this benchmark on their own. It is through this iLearning. We'll go into detail further when we begin school. You sign in through the Clever app. It's a very fun interactive game. Once they go through some lessons, they achieve coins and they're able to play games. So it's a fun interactive learning experience for them. The key features are vocabulary, grammar, phonological awareness, phonics, and fluency. So every day they need to log in for a total of 20 minutes. That is their daily goal. And there will be trackers that you need to fill out so that we are aware of your student reaching their goal. And also we can track students' daily minutes. So the conference time, the one that I spoke about earlier, 3:30 to 4 p.m., we're going to be using this website called Calendly. So your teacher will be providing you with a link. You just click on the link and you're going to see this pop up. It's a calendar with dates in blue. If the dates are highlighted in blue, that means they're available. You click on the time. It's always going to be at 3:30, and you enter your name, email, and any details about the meeting that you're scheduling, why you're scheduling it, what questions you have, so that the teacher is prepared. It automatically gets sent to the teacher's calendar so that we know that we have a conference time scheduled, and it also sends you an email with confirmation of the link to the conference time and when it is, so that you also remember that you scheduled it. These are upcoming events. Yes.
Ms. Celaya, I have questions. Do you want to wait till the end?
Wait till the end. Maybe they'll get answered. Okay, so upcoming events. Today we have Meet the Teacher, and then tomorrow we have the virtual party. I'm going to go into detail about the virtual party. And on the 17th is the first day of school. And just a reminder, if you just joined us, please comment with your scholar's name, teacher's name, and phone number in the chat box. So this is our mood meter daily checkup. It's an important part of the day to keep up with social emotional needs. This year we are focusing, we're doing a huge focus on emotional needs because we want to know how our students are doing and how we can help them feel better and improve their moods and emotions and get them involved with their emotions. So we have this mood meter. It has different colors. Each teacher has one. They've made it their own or they're using this one, but it involves pictures so that students can identify with the pictures as well since they're kindergarten age students. Red is for upset, mad, yellow, excited, joyful, blue, tired, sad, green, happy, calm. So how I would feel right now is I would say today I feel yellow, excited because I'm doing Meet the Teacher. We have a sentence stem for the students to use when they're expressing their emotions. We're also going to be doing fun SEL activities to target their emotions. These are our core values: sweating the small stuff, team and family, whatever it takes, 100% every day, no excuses, and closing the achievement gap. We like to embody these core values with how we are as teachers, and we also expect our students to embody these core values every day in what they do. Our virtual learning expectations. So we're going to go over the SOAR virtual learning matrix. So S stands for self-control, follow instructions, wait for your turn to speak or contribute, use the raise hand feature or the signals that we're going to teach during our first week of culture. O is on task, log in on time, be present and actively engaged, and organize your material and set your daily goals. A is achievement, complete tasks on time, stay on top of assignments, be prepared, complete work, and reach out to the teacher if you need help. And R is for respect, a major one for me, respect. You mute your microphones when others are speaking or stay at a voice level 0. You respect others' perspectives and you use kind words. So I'm going to go over the ones on the right now. So log on to Teams daily. This counts towards attendance. We can track when you log in, so it is very, very important that you log in daily. I'll go over attendance in a future slide. Wear the uniform daily. So I am answering this question now. It is expected that they wear their blue IDEA polos to virtual learning. They need to join live classes and be active in learning, turn in assignments on Teams, be on time and follow schedule, use signals and be respectful, and stay positive. We're all in this together. So the homework expectations. We're going to begin math homework right on the first day of school. It will be found in the Succeed Eureka Math book. If you did not receive the book, it is in the packet. We also will be posting all the files on the Teams channel that we have. So the file will be found at the top in files in each category of subject. I will be showing you guys later how the teams will look, so do not worry yet. And reading pages, it's an extension of the lesson. You will also be able to find it in the files and in the reading book that you received in the bundle. And we want our scholars to read for 30 minutes every day with your child. You read with your child or they read to you, just read together for 30 minutes every day. So what does my scholar need daily? I'm sure you're asking that question. So they need their IDEA uniform. For virtual, it will be the IDEA Polo, a tablet or other tech device, a quiet learning environment and room. Live lessons can become interrupted and scholars distracted with noise. So being mindful of background noise, talking, washing dishes, vacuuming, TVs, etc. A pencil, crayons, and paper. Those are always useful. This is what the red one with the panda is the reading workbook. That is what it looks like. Everything inside for the reading lessons is in there. And the green book with the bed is the math book. It has, if you look at the top, it says Succeed. That is the homework book. but the one that we use for daily class use says learn. So they're learning it and they go home to succeed at what they learned. And that is about it. Any other materials that are needed for class will be posted a week in advance so that you're prepared. This is what a learning space that is ideal. You remove all clutter so that it's organized and nice and neat with minimal distractions. You use a desk and chair just so that they have support for their body and they're in the mindset of this is class. And good lighting so that we can see their face and they can see the work that they're working on. If you did not receive books, please put your name. Oh, well, we're getting books in the future, so do not worry about that. We will be posting in the files. So how do I log on to Teams? Didn't log in. So you can go to teams.microsoft.com and the username will be a student ID number at ideastudent.org. So for example, if my student ID number was 123456789, I would put 123456789 at ideastudent.org. The password is capital IDEA, so the I in IDEA is capitalized with the month, the day, and the year of your scholar's birthday. So if my scholar was born on August 13th of 2020, my scholar's IDEA password would be capital I, IDEA, 081320. Remember, it's just 2 numbers in the year, not the complete 4. If you're having tech problems or any problems in general and you're reaching out to your teachers and they're not responding during the school day, it's most likely because we are very involved with instruction with our students. So you'll need to wait for a time where we have downtime where we could reply, which is somewhere within brain break, writing time, PE, or our conference time. And if you want to take the time to get your devices and try practicing logging into Teams, that would be great. You can also take a picture of this page so it can help you later on. I'll give about 10 seconds to take a picture of this page if you'd like. Okay, Ms. Herrera, next slide. So technology. No additional cost for technology or books. Insurance is not mandatory, but if you wish to buy insurance, it is going to be $34 per school year. This transaction and the payment are online. Next slide, please. So how do I use my student's tablet? So you can first turn on the tablet. If you want to take a picture of this one too while I speak about it. You connect to the Wi-Fi, so please have your Wi-Fi password handy. Log in with the IDEA account, so it's the same thing I just went over, student ID at ideapublicschools.org, password, IDEA, month, day, year. You click accept, and click get started, and then Clever will load. If you need this startup guides, they're all found on the IDEA website, which I'll show you right now in the next slide. I got all this information from the ideapublicschools.org/learningtech website. So if you go to ideapublicschools.org and click on one-to-one student technology, and it has everything you need. How to log on to Microsoft Teams, how to log on to your student's tablet. If you have other siblings in other grade levels, how to log on to their Chromebooks. There's starter guides. There's a contact information if you need to contact someone because you're having tech problems. It has their contact info there so that you can refer to them. It also has a frequently asked questions page. So that would be my go-to if I was having trouble with tech, because sometimes as teachers, we're busy with our students or we don't know how to help you. But I know that a tech person could definitely help you with those problems that you might be having. So our positive strategies. So we create social narratives. By creating a social narrative that models the replacement behavior with the target student, it can help in a powerful way to remind them of what the replacement behavior should look like. So for example, if a student was jumping on the bed during instruction, I would say, Miss Arambula, she's going to be my pretend student. Miss Arambula, I love how you're sitting and you're focused on the work. You're sitting in your chair paying attention. The other student would hear that and they want to also get called out for their good behavior. Behavior contracts. A behavior contract will lay out the expected behaviors of both the reward and consequences for specific behaviors. Home notes. This might be considered parts of both proactive and reactive responses. We love to send notes at IDEA. We love to have good communication with our parents. So, for example, back when we were in class, we would send every day a note about how your scholar's behavior was. Now that we're online, we get to send notes virtually. We'll get to send shout outs, little gifts and emojis about how your students are doing, and we respond to their work in that way. Next, attendance. In order to close the achievement gap, scholars must be logging on to Teams every day. Very important that you make a point to log on to Teams every day. If your scholar is late to log in, we would like for you to still join us live and watch the recorded lessons you missed after class. If your scholar misses their session, they can still access recorded lessons and still count as attending. It is important as lessons are sequential and build on skills learned every day. Students lose out on important information and practice when absent. Completely log out at the end of the day when you're done turning in all your work, you're done attending all your classes. It is important that you make a note to log out daily to count towards attendance. So it's basically like you're opening the door, which is logging in, and you're closing it, logging out. I just want to shout you guys out for staying mute. It is awesome that we're having minimal distractions while we present this. The benefits of attending live instruction. So I put this together just so you'll know why we think it's important that if your scholar can, they should definitely attend the live instruction. We can give immediate feedback. They get immediate feedback from the teacher if maybe they're sounding out a sound wrong, they're sounding out a word wrong, they're solving a math problem, maybe in a way that we could help them to improve. It's instant, it's immediate, instead of redoing that behavior over and over again. It's a sense of community with the students in the classroom. It builds relationships with teachers and others in the class. The engagement is increased when you know that the person behind the computer can hear you and see you. And student engages live with instruction and learns from a trained teacher while we monitor their progress. So it's very important. Our grading policy, grades will be posted through PowerSchool. You can check on PowerSchool to see how your student is doing weekly. So the summative counts for 25%. So that is the end of module assessments, unit assessments, and such. And formative assessments, which counts for the bulk of the grades, is 75%. It consists of quizzes, classwork, tasks, problem sets, homework, exit tickets. That's what consists of the bulk of your student's grade. iLearning is also counted as a grade. So what is counted towards my scholar's grade exactly? Participation, reading worksheets, iLearning, meeting their daily 20-minute goal, Eureka math worksheets, problem set, and homework pages, science projects, activities, writing prompts, and homework. So I just want you guys to take a moment to take a picture of this, or get out your phone, get out your Remind app. If you're not already connected to your scholar's class on Remind, here are our Remind codes so you can enter it. Please make sure you're only adding yourself to the teacher that your student belongs to their class. Don't add everyone, because then you're going to get a lot of messages. So if you're in Miss Herrera's class, you wouldn't want to join Miss Celaya's class. So please make sure you're added to the correct class. If you go to Remind, it'll ask for a code, and these are our codes. So I'm going to give about 10 more seconds to take a picture or add yourself to the correct Remind. Okay, Miss Herrera. And we'll skip this one. So if you want to get on the IDEA Remind for El Paso, IDEA South is the code if you want to take another picture of this one. You'll get school updates, communicate directly with teachers, choose whether you prefer text message, email notifications through the app. It's a great way to help students and families keep informed about important news and updates. It's a free service that we have. Okay, next slide. These are the tech apps. Pear Deck we are going to be using mostly for Eureka Math. It's a fun way to have students interact with our lessons. They'll be able to drag things, write on it. It's very fun and interactive. We are obviously using Remind for communication with parents. So if you are having trouble adding yourself to Remind or you just don't know how to do it, please, if you're having trouble adding yourself to Remind, please comment in the chat box, Remind, student's name, phone number, and we'll get you added. Your teacher will get you added. And we also use Microsoft Teams to do our classes, and we will go over how the Microsoft Teams looks like. So the virtual dress code will only consist of a polo. Students are required to follow the dress code virtually, promotes a sense of school identity and cohesion, and uniform maintains a culture of focused learning and positive behavior. So when they're in school physically, they need the IDEA polo, black or khaki pants with a black belt, and girls can wear the skirts. They do not need to wear a belt with their skirt. Black shoes, white socks. And that is the uniform. And on Fridays, they get to wear a spirit shirt or collared shirt with jeans. If you do not know where to get this IDEA polo and the uniform, this is where we do sell it. So if you want to take a picture of this slide, it has the 2 locations with their addresses and the phone numbers. So I'm going to give about 10 seconds to get that. Okay, now let's move on to the next slide. This is our school supply list. If you want to take another picture of this, this is important that if you ordered your supplies online, please comment in the chat box, supplies ordered with your name and phone number so that we can contact you. If you have the supplies at home already and you're wondering, do I take them to the school? Keep them at home. Your scholar is learning at home and will need these supplies at home. So I'm going to give about 10 more seconds for that. So if you need to take a picture. Okay, so this is the virtual team party that we're having on Friday, tomorrow. It is going to be crazy hair. It's from 10 to 11, and your teacher should be sending or has sent a flyer with this image and their personal information on there. How to log on, what time, which is 10 to 11 for all of kinder. And just keep in mind that this is tomorrow. This is a fun way for your students to get to see their teachers, to get to see their classmates, and to also have a good time. So now we're going to go into how Teams is going to look very quickly so that you get an idea of how it looks, because I know that most of you are wondering, well, how is this online learning going to look? So Ms. Herrera, if you could please, I invited you to the class so you can show everyone what it looks like, and I'll just guide you through it. Does that sound good, Ms. Herrera?
Yes, sorry.
I just saw you smiling. I'm like, I hope that's a yes. Okay, so this is just an example of how it's going to look. So if you want to scroll to the down a little bit, Ms. Herrera, so they can see the first post that I have. It says, welcome to kindergarten. I am so excited to begin the school year with little Bitmojis. We're going to be implementing the Bitmojis just to provide some fun into the classroom. This is the general page of Teams. So this is where you go to for announcements, where you go to for important files about student expectations, grading, different things that we need to know for all of the subjects, not just one subject. And also this is where we will be posting if we're having any important events and parties. If you scroll down, Ms. Herrera, I did provide an example if you want to click see more. So this is my example for tomorrow, Crazy Hair Virtual Welcome Party with a picture, information. And if she scrolls down a little bit more, you'll see an invite. It's very easy to join meetings. And if it is already planned in the future, you can click on it and it will have a join feature. So it gives all the information right there, and then you would click join. So if you click close, Ms. Herrera, on the right. Now let's go to morning meeting and SEL. If you scroll it, please, Ms. Herrera. This is just an example, morning meeting and SEL, the Bitmoji classroom with morning meeting. This is where they will go when they have morning meeting from 8:30 to 9. If you look on the side, you will see that I have it ordered and all the teachers will have it in order with the times on the left and what exactly the class is, the title of the class. And then once you click on it and go inside like Ms. Herrera did with morning meeting and SEL, it'll give you all the information. We're going to be doing the mood meter checks if you scroll down, Ms. Herrera. And we'll also provide the recordings in the in the channel as well. So if you look on the right corner, it says meet. That is one way that we're going to be meeting. And if I were to click that, it would provide, you would see a purple line at the bottom and you would see meeting started. You just click join and that's how you will join the meetings. Now if you look at the left, we have 2 readings. It's because each class has reading groups, different reading groups. So once you know what reading group your scholar is in, so if your scholar was in Oxford, they would click on the Oxford reading group. Can you click on that, Ms. Herrera? And it's going to be uniformed. So whatever lesson they're learning, you will see a recording of that or a meeting happening, a weekly schedule, the reading lesson goals, and all of the information. If you're trying to find the homework, the classwork, it will all be in the file so you can reference with the book that you have at home. So for example, I have week 1 worksheets. It's going to go all the way. Every week I will, and the other teachers too, will be uploading what they need for the week. So if you click on Cambridge, Miss Herrera, they will see that it's the exact same thing. So it's just for your scholars group and what lesson they're on. They will also be having an independent study feature where they write and there's a timer and exactly what they need for class. Next, we have read aloud and writing. This is the section where we switch off daily. So if you go to the schedule, can you enlarge the schedule, Ms. Herrera? One day will be a read aloud book with an activity, maybe posting pictures, maybe talking about it. The next day would be a writing prompt and it switches on and off. Fridays we will be using for celebrations so that students stay motivated and happy. Next, we have our brain break. This is a very fun part right before lunch where they get to have fun with their classmates, not think, and just enjoy the moment. So that is what our brain break would look like from 11:30 to 12. As you can see, we have all the times in a dancing group. Next, you would have lunch from 12 to 1, and then at 1, Eureka Math begins. Here you have the recorded lesson, just like with reading. It's uniformed, weekly schedule. Also provided some information for parents to help their students with anything they're learning in class. So it has everything you need, depending on what channel. So you see it's very organized. Next we have PE. PE, I know in pre-K they didn't have PE, so this is something new for them. Coach Harriet will be providing videos, so she will be popping into this channel. She will be posting her videos with some activity or picture that she wants them to post, so that counts towards their engagement with her PE video. And and all the teachers like to respond because the pictures are so cute of them working out. So that is in the PE section. Science is next. And you can see the weekly schedule is here too, and the little Bitmoji class for science with everything you need in the files, and there's the video that they will be watching for the first lesson. If this was a real classroom, this is just our model classroom for now. And then we'll move on to iLearning. This is where they get out their tablet, they log in through Clever, and they begin their iLearning experience. The 20-minute daily goal. And last, we have our conference from 3:30 to 4. It's not mandatory. If you have nothing to ask us about, then you don't need to schedule anything. If you have a quick question for us, just message us on Remind. But if you really have a concern that you want to talk to us, you can use this feature. Ms. Herrera, can you click on the Calendly link so they can see how that works? So if you click on the Calendly link, it'll take you to the Calendly website with the calendar. We just see gray. Is it loading, Ms. Herrera?
Sorry, let me try it again so that it shows it.
Well, when you click on that link, it'll take you to that picture that I showed you in the PowerPoint of the calendar. There you go, the calendar, and then you would click on the time. Can you click on the time, Ms. Herrera, so they can see that it's super easy to schedule a meeting with your teachers? And enter the name, email, and information. Really fast, really easy, and I love this. And that would be the last of the model classroom. So I hope that kind of eased your mind, like, okay, everything has a place. It is very organized, everything I need. If I need something for just general inquiries, it'll be in general. If I need something for reading, it will be in reading. If I need to ask my teacher a quick question, I can message her on Remind. If I really want to talk to my teacher about my students' progress, I will set a conference time. And we'll return to the PowerPoint. That was our tour of how the Teams is going to look.
Just a sec.
I think we're on the any questions slide.
Okay. I apologize. I have a lot of things open.
It's okay. Okay, yes, we are. I just wanted to make sure. So now that we're done with the presentation, Miss Arambula is going to check the chat and ask me any questions that you may have. Please stay on mute so that we can keep it organized and everyone can hear me. Yes.
You answered questions when it came to the uniform. I just want to tell parents again, it's just the top for virtual learning. What approach do you prefer parents take when scholars will not be able to attend classes live or follow the daily schedule?
I would say try your hardest to have them follow the daily schedule, but we do understand things come up. You need to contact your child's teacher if you think maybe you have something coming up, so that we have that connection and that communication so that we know what's happening. We understand maybe your child needs to go to the bathroom, they need a little break. We completely understand as long as we remain communicating through it.
Will students be logged in the whole time, 8:30 through 3:30, or, sorry, it's because it keeps moving, or will they be logging in and logging out according to the schedule?
So it is all day. The teachers too are logged in from 8:30 to 3:30, with the exceptions that we log out for lunch, and your student will log out for lunch from, I think it was 12 to 1.
1 sec, hold on, Miss Lai.
And we do record every lesson we're doing, so you can watch back later.
Hold on, it's because it keeps like going. Pre-K and Kinder are both blue polos.
Yes.
I did not get We already talked about books. They were out of tablets and I used my laptop for work. So what am I supposed to do?
You can access Teams on a phone as well. It is useful on any device. We should be getting more devices very, very soon.
Okay, hold on. Sorry. It's because it keeps like, do you know how it goes up?
Mm-hmm.
Who do we one sec. How do we log out?
If you go on Teams, Ms. Herrera, do you want to show them? Well, I saw a question on when, will we be informed when tablets are in? Of course. Your teacher will let you know when we have more tablets in.
A parent said she also needs her phone for work too.
So I would say talk to your scholar's teacher and you two will come up with a plan on how to get through that.
If they do work in the workbook, do we upload pictures of the work or how does that work?
Yes, so there's an assignments tab. Your teacher will put out, it'll come out in a little, can you go to, sorry, we'll show after you show how to sign out. But there's going to be a little pop-up, it says assignment. Then you're going to click on view assignment and it's going to have an option to upload a picture of the assignment. So you can literally take it on your phone and upload it, and it's super easy that we'll be able to see the assignment. You click submit and it will get the assignment.
Can everybody see the teams?
I have some awesome parents who are saying they will give up their tablet because their scholars have PCs or other tablets at home.
Thank you so much. Is Miss Belton on?
I don't believe
Thank you guys. That was so sweet.
If you are gonna give your tablet away, please give your tablet back to the school. Please, can you write in the comments? I'm sorry, we're keeping track of everything. Could you please returning tablet with your information so that we can reach out to you and we can make sure someone is available at the school to help you out with that?
We do appreciate that.
That is really sweet.
What do we need to download on the tablet for the virtual classes?
So you'll need to download Microsoft Teams, but it should already be on the tablet. But if you're using your own tablet at home, you can get the app on the App Store.
Most of the channels in the Teams are hidden in our account. Do we have to unhide them ourselves?
Yes, and also the teacher probably might be hiding them because we're still putting them together.
The Teams app shows I'm not added on a team yet. I tried typing Miss Herrera's code, but it won't let me. Is there any way you can add me?
Yes. Can you type your name? Miss Herrera's checking the chat right now.
Yes, ma'am. I will definitely add you. Right now, the rosters are still getting synced from our SIS. She's the one that's in charge of attendance. So maybe right now you are not completely logged in, but I promise you tomorrow we will get you completely situated, okay?
It takes a day or two to sync with our teams.
Where do we get spirit shirts and how much?
They usually have them at the school. So let me get back to you with that information, and then I'll have the teachers posted on their reminds with information about spirit shirts. But they do love to give out spirit shirts, so.
Can I get, and then they have their child's name, password for Teams. It kicked them out after pre-K.
Okay, so the team password is capitalized IDEA and then their birthday with just 2 numbers for the year.
I can also help answer that question. Sorry. For those of you that were kicked out last year for pre-K, all of these returning scholars were refreshed.
Avery, be quiet.
And everything was brand new. So that idea with your date of birth should now work.
Thank you, Ms. Herrera.
Can we have a copy of the schedule sent to us, or where can we download it?
So it should be in the your teacher should upload it in the files. If you go to, just to reference for my teachers, on general, if you go to general on the Teams, there should, I think all of us should have this, files. In the files, it'll be like parent information and you can access the schedule. Parent info.
Avery, close your door.
And then student schedule.
Close it, because I'm on the phone. Close your door.
Go in the room and close the door.
I'm gonna put everyone on mute. Okay, so this is the virtual kindergarten schedule. So this is where you would get it. Mr. Arambula, if you want to unmute yourself so I can hear the rest of the questions. And you can also take a picture of it right now if you wish.
Ms. Celaya, your class code.
At MISSCELAYA. My name.
My kids are visiting grandma and will start class there. I didn't know about uniforms, so is it okay if they don't have them right away? Going to overnight them tomorrow.
Message your child's teacher.
Students, Sophia Leon, my credentials for the idea account do not seem to be working. I get an error for incorrect username or password.
Okay, can you contact your child's teacher? Maybe you're using the incorrect student ID, so you guys can figure it out together.
Can you repeat the password, please? Is it idea and then it's a bunch of zeros? So if you want to just repeat it one more time, Miss.
It's capital idea, and then the month, month. So I'm born in September, so it'll be 09, and the day, my birthday is the 4th, so it'll be 04, and then the year, not gonna say that one, so pretend I'm born in 2020, 20, so it'd be capital idea 090420, but it's with your scholar's birthday, not my imaginary one.
We only received a math package. Is that the only package we'll be using these 2 weeks?
So we are going to be doing culture for the first few days, so you will not need any reading pages. We'll be uploading the reading pages, and once we get the books in, we will let you know. But we did supply you with the math packet because that was the important part that you needed for these next 2 weeks.
Did I answer everyone's questions? If I missed it in the chat, I apologize because it's going up and down so quickly.
We will be saving the chat, so.
Do we need to download the Clever app?
I do not believe you need to, Ms. Herrera.
No.
Ms. Arambula? No.
We have it linked into our iLearning.
Yeah, so those of you that have picked up the devices from school, everything has been downloaded for you. You actually would be logging in through Clever, and you'll be able to see the applications there on the screen for you. And of course, those of you that are using your own device, the only application that I would suggest you download is Teams, and then iLearning. It's not necessarily an application, but it is a link that we would also provide directions on how to get to that, okay?
And everything is on Clever, like they said.
Can we go to school and pick up a math packet if we didn't get books?
Yes. We did have pickup yesterday for those that missed out on pickup day. So if you could please include your name, I need a packet, your phone number, because we're downloading.
Are the students going to keep their supplies or share once in class?
They're going to keep their own supplies. We just want it to keep it as sanitary as possible. So it's theirs, no longer community.
Homework. Vivian said last week, not for the first 2 weeks, correct?
That's for pre-K students. So for kindergarten, we do need to have them begin on their math homework because we do not want them to get behind. We start math curriculum the first day of school.
Hold on.
Ms. Herrera, can you go to the PowerPoint and go to our class codes? I see a lot of people asking for class codes.
If we are using our own tablets, will scholars be able to access Dreambox?
We don't use Dreambox in kindergarten, but if you do have a scholar in a higher grade level that does use Dreambox, you can access it from a tablet or device that is not IDEA given.
I have a question one of my parents wrote to me on Remind, actually. How do we watch the recorded Meet the Teacher session?
So it should be downloaded. Once I finish this download, it'll send it to me, and then I can give it to all the teachers to post on their teams.
And Ms. Herrera, can we go ahead and keep it on that slide for just a little bit? I have one of my parents that sat through the other Meet the Teacher, so she wanted to take the time to look at the teacher's pictures and the codes.
Yes, these are
just make sure you're only adding yourself to the class that your student belongs to. Exactly. I could also try uploading this to my YouTube, and then I could send the teachers the link. That might be an easier way to access. I do have a YouTube channel. I'm always
How and where do we sign in for the virtual classes?
you can find that out on the one-to-one technology on the IDEA website. It's just through Microsoft Teams.
Tomorrow, when we have the virtual party, will we be logging on through Teams or Blue Jeans?
Teams.
How
This is a way that we can get through any problems you might have with logging onto Teams.
How will virtual library work?
Virtual library?
Maybe the reading, like where we do reading, but we're reading out loud. Maybe that's what they meant.
Well, we're going to read to the students ourselves. So we have the book here with us.
Now we have some positive feedback from some parents. We greatly appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Can I have the code for Mrs. Herrera's class for teens?
There's no code for Teams. Your student automatically generates in there. So if they're not there yet, I would give it a day and they might appear. They're still working with our rosters.
Can I have that name, please?
I can't see the thing.
Hold on. Sorry, it's because it's... Hold on, Miss Herrera, it's because it's Isela. And I don't want to butcher their last name because I don't like when people butcher my last name. But it's Quezada.
Quesada?
Can't wait for my scholar to start. Y'all sound great, like great teachers, excited for them to learn. We are super glad with the positive feedback.
Hey,
yes, that makes me happy.
Very much so. We are so excited too. All of you parents are so excited. It's going to be an amazing year, I promise.
You should see how hard we work all the time. We're just really excited for this school year. So is that about it, Mr. Arambula?
Yes, there's no more further questions. Oh, to log on to Teams, I need to make a mail?
No, it's already created for your student. I know that I had asked the teachers to send out starter guides. Did you guys do that? On your Remind to send out the guides to help them with Microsoft Teams and their tablets. So if you go to Remind, they should have those starter guides for you. If you did not see it, just message them on Remind and they should be able to send that to you right away. And that should be able to help you in depth.
My brother and father work at IDEA, and I understand the hard work you guys do. Great job, you ladies and gents are the real OGs. Thank you. I agree. What a great group of beautiful and smart ladies. Thank you. Thank you, guys. It really warms our hearts.
It means a lot. Don't make me cry. I easily cry. Well, I guess that's it for Meet the Teacher. Thank you so much. If you need anything, you can reach out to us on Remind.
Guys, best teachers and best school. Thank you for the hard work.
That means a lot.
I know it's difficult and transfer makes interesting year, but so far all of you teachers are doing great. Really impressed. Keep up the good work. Excited for this year.
Thank you.
Claps.
Thank you, Mr. Dorador.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you for coming, everyone. You can leave if you don't need anything else, or if you're having any issues logging with your tablet, you can stay and we can try to figure that out. You can come off mute with the tablet stuff.